following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Starting off with something slow and low this morning. Yeah, I love it. Welcome into Mornings on Main Street on this April Fool's Day, April 1st, 2022. Good Lord, where am I? All right, welcome into the show, everybody. There's a live look at the traffic moving your way in today. It's so good to have you on the show today as we make our way through this Friday. And we're going to let you know, first and foremost, this is, if I could phrase this correctly, and I haven't done this this morning in the last hour and a half intern and I've been here. This is a April Fool's joke free zone. Does that make sense? No April Fool's jokes. We're not doing that after working in news for 25 years and having people call in and tell us all kind of crazy stuff that's not true. We don't do that. If you want to do an April Fool's joke, do it the day before, the day after, not today. So we're good today. So welcome into the show. Fun show for today. Our good friend Alan Bell is going to join us at 7:30. Big weekend with the Final Four. Ashley Perham, she's a fantastic writer for Main Street Nashville, joins us at 7:50. She was covering the Michael Mosley trial where he was accused or he was found guilty of 2 counts of murder yesterday and 1 count of attempted murder for the incident back in December of 2019 where he killed 2 people. The jury said so. So we'll talk to her about covering that trial. And it was an intense trial. I mean, there was a lot of information coming out and a lot of things happening there. And just to cover that, it takes a special type of reporter. And we'll talk to Ashley about doing all that. At 7:15, our good friend Justin Beasley, just down the road, he's a public information officer at Mount Juliet. They got some big things happening this weekend. Plus, they're involved in containing the wildfire, the Mount Juliet Fire Department up in Sevier County. So we'll talk to Justin about that this morning. Speaking of Justin, let's bring in the intern, our good friend. There he is, man.
How's it going?
Welcome. Somebody wrote, it was yesterday or the day before, where are your vests?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, it's just getting a little warmer now. I guess it could be any weather type for vest. There's no excuse.
So is it a thing where you're not going to wear it or you're going a different way? I mean, what's going on here?
I got my turtleneck today because I feel like I haven't been wearing them a lot. So get back into turtleneck game. Going to get the vest game going. I'm just going over my investments.
All right, I like it. Do you have a special turtleneck that you like to wear?
I'd like to think everybody has their own special turtleneck.
Ew. Nice, man.
But yeah, I like the thing you said about the April Fool's jokes. Let's just grow up, Peter Pan, you know.
We can still have them. Just not on April Fool's, man. Just have them down. Everybody expects them today. So it's not worth our time in our effort today. All right, let's get – I did it again. Dadgummit. Don't look at the screen, Ethel.
Whoa.
No, but it was too late. She'd already seen enough. You know what the song that is? The Streak by Ray Stevens?
Of course, The Streak by Ray Stevens. I took the words right out of my mouth.
All right, here's the front page of the headlines of Main Street Nashville E-Edition. I see the bottom left there. That's a story that Ashley was covering. Mosley convicted of first-degree murder. We'll talk to Ashley at 7:50 today. She does such a good job. I wish I was talented as a reporter. She was.
Honestly.
But I want to show you the story here. This we start with the good news every morning, right? So if you go to the second page here, trending videos and weather. A family got quite the surprise when their security camera app alerted them to someone's at the front door while they're on vacation. It was their dog who escaped from daycare and made it all the way home. So here's the story. I'm going to play this story, right? This is from Inside Edition. Enjoy.
A family got quite the surprise when their security camera alerted them that someone is at their door. They were away on vacation. So who was it? It was their pooch that escaped doggy daycare and ran all the way home.
Is anybody home? Can somebody let me in? Dexter the dog is ringing the doorbell at his home in Kansas, but no one is answering. His owners, Jeremy and Sarah Henson, are 1,000 miles away in Las Vegas, enjoying a week-long vacation. They got the notification on their phone that somebody was at their front door.
We were both like, oh my God, that's Dexter.
So where did Dexter come from? Doggy daycare. He was supposed to stay there for 5 days, but he was so homesick. On day 3, he escaped.
From what I understand, there is a 6-foot fence that he would have had to gotten over.
He jumped a 6-foot fence.
Yeah, 6-foot fence, or climb the 6-foot fence, I'm assuming.
To find his way home, Dexter had to make a right out of the kennel and up to busy 87th Street, where he made a left. Then he made a right on Rose Hill and into the residential neighborhood.
He wasn't just wandering.
90 minutes and 2 miles later, the lonesome Dexter made it and rang that bell.
It seems like a miracle that he made it home.
Yeah, I know. He was bound and determined. Obviously, he didn't understand the fact that we were gone. He just thought that we were home, and he takes his job of protecting us very seriously.
Henson and his wife did what they could to calm Dexter down.
Hi, buddy. Good boy. Stay there. Oh, I know, buddy. I'm sorry.
Then Henson called the doggy daycare center folks, and they came over and brought Dexter back.
Are you just astonished that he did this?
Honestly, no. He's very smart, and that intelligence can get him into trouble sometimes.
Here comes the buzz. Dexter, run. Oh, my gosh. What a great story. Oh, God. That's fantastic. All right, Dexter, we love you, man.
It's like, hey, I broke out, guys. Let me in.
Buddy. All right, sorry, man. It's Friday, man. We're having a good time. We're laughing, having fun. All right, so, oh, yeah, look, staying streetwise, pothole alert, as we called it. Now, intern, you've been caught in the pothole paving on I-40, haven't you?
Yes, the PP, of course.
And that delayed you quite a while for things.
Every single day of my life, it feels like. It does, yes.
So, all right, what are they doing today? I-40 in this side of town. And right now, we're broadcasting from the Palatial Studios in Rayon City. I-40 nightly mobile long lane striping operations. Oh,
the long lane striping.
Bradley Parkway is a nightmare too.
It is.
Anyway,
well, it's just like, is it? So they're going to start from Lebanon and go down towards Nashville. And
I guess
come back the other way.
Who knows, man?
Okay.
Just there you go. Look and use your app, your map app, and then find that. But here's all the information you get right today in the edition of Main Street, Nashville. All right, let's go over here. I thought this was interesting too. The train company. Remember this train derailment?
Yes.
Lori Everett reported on it a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had one before that too.
2 derailments?
2 derailments.
Not a good look.
It's not. The one that happened. The derailment was called. Look, the derailment was caused by an imbalance.
I think
that's the excuse I'm going to use for things in my life that don't go right.
Yeah. That was just an imbalance.
Yeah. They were transported Mount Juliet Middle School down the street. WeGo Star commuter train was disrupted for one day. Yeah.
Oh, it was a commuter train? It wasn't like a.
No, it was. Oh. God, if it was a commuter train. No, we never want that.
Yeah, that would be bad.
No. So you need to investigate. That's your job today.
All right, I'll go look at the railways.
Go investigate what happened. All right, the National Banner 45 years ago today. This is a very interesting story. Well, one story that I don't like in here because look, student shot an argument at McGavick.
Oh no.
Yeah, not a fan of that right
close
there.
To the chest.
Close to the heart for me, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Greatest school ever. So interesting story. So they have a picture of this flight attendant, homecoming gift. So it was like Joan Jackson, Nashville's flight attendant aboard the Pan Am jet. I'm like, why is the picture here? Then you go and realize on this side, this was one of the worst air disasters of all time. Her plane that she was on collided with another plane. 583 people died. Wow. She was one of just 61 survivors.
She survived 2 planes hitting each other?
Yeah. 583 people passed away. And she was from Nashville.
Oh, my goodness.
With her fiance, John Hackett, also of Nashville.
Wow.
It says that she retired last year for a long and storied career from Delta. I would have quit the day after that. I would have said, no, I'm good.
I'm going to walk away Wow, that's insane.
Here's a picture of Justin and I when we go to eat. Look at that. Yee!
Hey, guys.
Riding on that thing there. All right, what else do we have? Okay. Story that I think Tommy Bryan broke yesterday that I saw first on the
TP.
Wilson Post page.
Yes, I heard. I believe if it's
Bingo.
the same
Look
one.
at that. Tommy Bryan.
Tebow.
Tim Tebow coming to Cumberland University's homecoming.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is a great kid. I interviewed him several times. He is just an outstanding young man. And I just get so just mad when people go after him.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't
Oh,
understand.
you
the
know
hate
why?
towards him.
Oh, yeah, because he wears his faith on his sleeve. That's why people go after him.
Yes,
Tim Tebow is an excellent role model for what he does and who he is.
I agree. Wonderful man.
Yes, he is. Walks the walk and talks the talk.
He really does.
Yep, we know why that
He
they
should-
go after him.
He should have maybe just not played tight end. That's the only thing.
He should have played tight end. He should have played tight end coming out of college.
No, you're right. Actually,
But hey, you know, he did what he did. He believed in what he was going to do, and look, just go for it, right? All right, the Nashville Predators on the road tonight taking on the Buffalo Sabres up in Buffalo. You ever been to Buffalo?
I'm not, but I have a buddy that was from Buffalo. or
Okay,
is
well,
from
I didn't ask
Buffalo.
about your buddy. I once spent a month there one night.
One night. Wow. Did you have any wings, huh?
Buffalo's big. You know, can you name a movie that was filmed in Buffalo?
No.
Bruce Almighty.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Solid. Very
Please
solid.
give me credit for that. Where are the Preds in the standings right now? Let's go back this way over here.
Their next home game is Minnesota, though, because I want to go to the next one.
What, they're now in fourth place? They were just in second. That's a big game tonight for these
Yeah,
guys.
huge.
These other teams don't stop losing.
Colorado's only lost 14 times. It's a little scary.
It is scary.
Stop.
Watch out. Scaring me. Bow, bow. Let's see if our next guest is on, and he's not. So probably finishing watching Paw Patrol before he comes on.
Backyardigans.
And we'll get him on here in a little bit. Grammys of the weekend. You know this?
Ooh, who's going to get hit?
Can you tell me album of the year? John Batiste. Who is that?
Batiste, he's a wrestler.
I think so.
Batista
I think
Bomb.
he's on one of the late night shows.
Oh, is he?
Doja Cat?
Oh, yeah, I know Doge.
Okay.
She's actually pretty good.
Back of My Mind, HER, Montero. I don't know any.
No, I don't know HER. What is that? A band?
Uh,
Some sort?
Oh, Evermore by Taylor Swift. She got nominated. I didn't know that.
Huh.
I'm so out of touch with music. I can't.
T-Swizzle?
It's not even funny.
That's crazy because you have amazing pipes.
I thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. And you know, it's
I'd love to hear
I'm
it.
tired, and it's the pollen's in the air.
It's not the right acoustic environment for you to expect this from me.
This story, man, this gets to get a lot of activity. People talk about this. Brain condition sidelining Bruce Willis has many causes. He's been diagnosed with aphasia. I think I said that correctly. A brain infection, Alzheimer's disease can trigger it. So evidently, he's stepping down from acting. And
I did hear about this. My mom.
Die Hard, Pulp Fiction. I mean,
Right.
that guy's a legend. So
Yes. Feeling luck or no?
yeah, I feel bad. I mean, this is terrible.
Yippee ki right?
I guess, man. I feel bad.
No,
for
that's
him, but
awful. What is so what does it do to the brain? That thing, do you know?
I can just affect your speech pattern.
Possible.
A brain disorder leads to problems with speaking, reading, and writing. A silent
Oh,
actor Bruce
dang.
Willis, and drawn attention to a little-known condition that has many possible causes. Oh, I tell you, has my mother passed away from Alzheimer's, and to see the word Alzheimer's really is like, man, it's tough. It's really tough to see that, and
Definitely.
everybody going through that. All right, let's switch to better news here. All right, let's talk about your horoscope. You ready?
Yes.
Now, your horoscope's has been really weird because it's been awful the last.
Right.
few
It's
weeks,
just been
okay?
very broad, a little broad.
Yes. All right. So here's a Taurus. Here's your horoscope today. Be aware of your surroundings and what everyone else is doing. Caution will prevent someone from taking advantage of your vulnerabilities. Has a badly written letter. Offer your strengths, not your weaknesses, and you'll outmaneuver anyone who tries to lead you astray. I read that as ashtray. Who tries to lead you astray.
I think they just tried to use as many syllables as they could.
It's just, I just don't. I mean, give me some substance.
I do have a good juke move though.
Be aware of your surroundings, what everyone else is doing. What am I doing right now? Can you see me?
Yeah.
No, I'm hiding. You can't see me.
Snakes in the
Caution
grass.
will prevent someone from taking advantage of your vulnerabilities. Maybe when you go to Sonic and you put in the order and they probably shortchange you 2 tater tots.
Be more articulate. I could be.
By the way, can you go to Sonic after the show?
I could actually. Yeah, I could do that.
God,
Let's
that
do
sounds
that.
so good right
I'm gonna
now.
do that.
Okay, let's do what we got here coming up. sorry.
It's Friday.
Time for a comic strip tease brought to you by
Possibly you.
All right, well, today we're going to do Blondie again. We got a little interaction between Blondie and Dagwood here. Has the voice of Blondie. It will be me as Wilford Brimley, and you are Dagwood as.
I'm just gonna think of it as we go.
Okay, here we go. My Wilford Brimley might morph into a Walter Cronkite, so stay tuned. Here we go. All right, 3, 2, and scene. For day one of our new diet, we get 1 bran flake for breakfast and a tofu square for dinner.
What kind of diet is this?
Go.
Oh, I think you're the girl, right?
Oh, I am the girl. Okay, sorry. It's the April. That's the April Fool's diet. Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, right, honey. I knew all along.
Oh, the old man. Hey, you wouldn't believe the prank Titsy pulled on me at breakfast.
I might.
This is what I mean. This guy pops out of nowhere.
They were like, all right, so we close it with just a guy. Pulls out of nowhere.
Pulls up and he's got okay. This is awful. I'm gonna read it again. This is I'm sorry. I'm gonna read it like Walter Cronkite.
I think we just
for day one of a new diet, we get 1 bran flake for breakfast and a tofu square for dinner.
Huh? What kind of diet is this?
That says the April Fool's Day diet. Hee hee.
Oh boy, honey, I knew all along.
And this guy here pulls up. He's like, "You wouldn't believe the prank Tootsie pulled on me at breakfast."
It's like he getting in the car. Is he the Uber? Like,
I don't know. And why is Dagwood clutching his chest like, "Oh my"?
He's like, I might.
Oh, this is terrible. All right, let's take a break. Our good friend Justin Beasley from Mount Juliet joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits. Because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hey, Toby. Toby knows comfort, whether day or night. Through the highs and the lows, Toby knows. You've put it off long enough. That old system is just out with the old, in with the new. We'll make it worthwhile all the way through. Derryberry is your local independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Visit DerryberryAC.com today and schedule a visit. Derryberry Heat and Air, making customers for life.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested. But one thing's for sure, you were wrong when you said it was no big deal.
Hey, we'll remind you guys about next Thursday night, the Customer Appreciation Patio Party at John A's over in Music Valley Drive next to Opryland Hotel. Have a good time there that night. It's got a wine tasting, got a beer tasting, got live music, got giveaways, free pizza buffet, and that cute guy in the bottom right corner who's part of the pizza, he will be there as well. I'm looking forward to meeting him and kind of picking his brain to see how awesome he is and how he just gets through the day without getting swarmed by paparazzi and everybody else around here. So that's Customer Appreciation Patio Party. John A's, a week from Thursday, 4 to 10. Hope to see you all there. All right, 7:15 on this beautiful Friday morning on April 1st. Let's bring in our good friend, Justin Beasley. He's a public information officer for Mount Juliet. So good to see him. Justin, how are you, man?
Hey, is that event, is the host going to save anybody some pizza?
I don't know. We got a conference call with him later on today, so we'll ask. You know, he loves the community. He also loves to eat.
You're better than I am, because as a host, I wouldn't leave anybody a single thing.
Oh, that's great, man. Tough guy. Hey, man, listen, a lot of things happening in Mount Juliet. You got the big yard sale this weekend. You got an Easter egg hunt happening. But first of all, tell me what Mount Juliet Fire Department's doing to help out in Sevier County.
Yeah, we went down there yesterday. We sent 6 members, including our deputy chief, Joey Edwards. We're super thankful, you know, because 6 years ago, I think when we went, we just sent a ladder truck. And at that point, we were just 2 years into having a fire department. Now we're a little more than 8 years. We were well equipped with what we were able to send as far as not only equipment, but manpower. They got there a little bit before noon, according to my timeline. And they spent time on opposite sides of the mountain helping people evacuate their residents. They also helped with the water placement from the helicopter above as far as where to place it and how often to place it as well. They got some sleep last night, and they're already back up and at them this morning at 6 a.m. They hope that another complete day and they can return home. The real thing that was of utmost importance to us is that we had to make sure that Mount Juliet wasn't hit by more severe weather on Wednesday night. So as soon as that cleared, the guys and everyone got some rest, and then we were able to send 6 to Sevier County. Super thankful that they asked us, super thankful that we're in a position where our city manager, Kenny Martin, could approve them to go and help, because, you know, they do so much, especially within our city limits. But whenever we can help a hand to a surrounding city, especially one that's going through wildfires like this, we jump right at the opportunity, and super thankful we can help, because we know so many other counties would do the same for us and have done the same for us in the past, Joe.
We've done interview, and I both interviewed in our previous jobs, interviewed the fire chief there in Mount Juliet. What a great asset to your city he is.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And, you know, they have been tremendously good to me. They've showed me the ropes. They've taught me a lot about fire, as much as you can learn in a little more than 6 months without taking a class or going through, you know, extraneous training like me and yourself have done in Clarksville. But right. He has been great. And, you know, Joey Edwards, our assistant chief, is a great asset as well. A ton of knowledge that he has with his background. So we are vastly improving as a fire department, which is a great sign to see, and really a representation of our board of commissioners and what they've been able to approve and the backing they've been able to give them with our current mayor. We're extremely blessed, Joe.
Is there anything you could do to stop the pothole paving on I-40? Because my intern has been stuck in traffic there the last 3 days.
Man, I sat in that thing, I think Monday or Tuesday. I had the Waze up, and I didn't even look at it, and I wasted 30, 40 minutes of my life listening to local sports talk radio that's just awful. So I got my Waze out on the rest of the week, and I've been taking Stewart's Ferry Pike or I forget the other road, but I've been following Waze a little bit more precisely than hopping on 40. I think it's even bad on 40 going into Nashville from Mount Juliet. I had an event, a retirement party at Topgolf, and I had to take Lebanon Road to get into Nashville, going past your house. So it was just, it was a lot at once, for sure.
Oh, I bet it is there. All right. So we talk about the fire department, the great job they're doing. A lot of things happen with spring rolling around there. The Easter egg hunt's coming up. That's a big deal for you guys.
Absolutely. So Saturday from 8 to 1 is our annual spring yard sale. So basically anybody can come. They get 2 parking spots, can bring all their stuff that they would sell at a yard sale and have it in one central location. As our parks director, Rocky Lee, which you will be hard pressed to find a better parks director in all of the state of Tennessee, especially he's the best one in Mount Juliet that we have. But you can, his line is, why go to Target or Walmart when you got the Mount Juliet Community Center? There's going to be a ton of great items for people to choose, a ton of great items for people to sell and make money. So you can shop and sell. I can't think of a better way to start your Saturday. And then Tuesday, this is the first time we've had something of this nature. From 5:30 to 6:30, we're having a special needs only Easter egg hunt.
Oh, and that's cool.
Eggs filled. We have some hot cars. We have tons of toys and candy in our staffing room only right now that we're going to roll out on Tuesday. It should be good weather. We'll start precisely around 6. So if you know any special needs kids or any organizations that would be interested in that, please help them, figure out about this event, because we want to make sure that they're involved and that they're having a fun time too. We try to do our best to make sure everyone's included in the city of Mount Juliet with everything we do with our parks and rec.
So that's Tuesday night, April the 5th, right? The special needs Easter egg hunt?
5:30 to 6:30. Yes, sir.
Let me see if I can put the – okay, hold on. I'm going to share the screen now and put it up there. I've gotten very good at technology, Justin.
Hey, we should celebrate the fact that I have a good internet connection with you. That's not a case. It reminds me of the old local news days where you tie it in and you don't always get a good connection.
That's right. All right, here's special needs Easter egg hunt Tuesday night, no fee, Wilson County only, from 5:30 to 6:30 at Charlie Daniels Park, Freeling for the special needs community. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's hope for good weather that day, right?
Oh, yeah, I sure hope so. I'm going to the beach just this weekend, so I'm hoping good weather there too. But, hey, the special needs Easter egg hunt, again, Charlie Daniels Park, right beside our police station. So you won't find a safer area and a more welcoming area. 5:30 to 6:30, it doesn't get dark till about 7:30 now. So there'll be plenty of daylight, plenty of time for people to get in and get out and get home and get parked. Pre-registration is required, but you can use code Justin Beasley if you just show up at 6. It'll be just fine.
I bet it will be. So a lot of activities right in their little park there with special needs Easter egg hunt and the yard sale happening tomorrow.
Yeah, and we have a 50th celebration coming up. I think we're going to nail down the date for July 16th, and that's something. It isn't set in stone, but it is set in stone, and that's only what you hear first here on Mornings on Main Street with Big Joe Dubin. I'll take my check later, Joe. But and we had a ton of events there at Charlie Daniels Park. It's a premier park that we have in our city. We take advantage of it. That's where our staff with Parks and Rec is housed as well. So we plan to have just a grand old time there, really 24/7. We have, our Halloween in the park is in the same spot. So we hope something similar to that is what we have.
Is this the kind of chick you like?
Oh, yeah, the emoji check mark.
You're welcome.
Hey, that's better than some days I get from you, Joe.
I've got my assistant Gladys just wrote the check in here. So thank you, Gladys. It's very sweet.
Stand by. That's big time.
I got an intern and I got the secretary Gladys. So they work really hard there. You're going to the beach right now. Hold on. You've got a baby on the way, right?
Yeah, 7 weeks away as of yesterday. So I'm
Look, man, I raised 2. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Let me ask you this, though. I thought you're not supposed to travel when you hit like that part of the pregnancy.
So I was born 6 weeks early. So we're going to go right now as 7 weeks early. My wife was telling me about an influencer that just flew to Nashville that was 35 weeks. And you're not supposed to, or 36 weeks, and you're not supposed to travel on a plane at 35.
Okay.
So her on the plane and she's coming back, but what if she got sick, or what if she, something happened, a snowstorm? They won't let her on the plane to get back home. So we are driving to Gulf Shores and then going to drive back. Our prayer is the baby's not born in Gulf Shores, although there could be worse places to be born in the United States. But this is the hand we're dealt, Joe. I'm going to the beach. All right.
For the whole week, you're going down there?
Oh, just Saturday to Monday.
It's a lot of driving for just 3 days, 2 days, but 1 day.
It's a lot of driving to get to Donaldson too, but it's worth it, is it not?
I guess so. It is. I'm not okay. I thought you'd be for sure going to the baseball game between Vanderbilt and Tennessee.
Is that in Nashville this weekend?
It is. It's over at Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's in Nashville.
I didn't know if it was in Tennessee or not. If you want to talk about college basketball being a 3-week sport, wake me up in, I guess, mid-July or mid-June when they play the tournament. I don't care about college baseball. I do care about Tim Corbin. They got some pro guys over there. Tennessee's good, but no, it's still that's a 3-day sport.
Oh, it's like I don't know much about it. Then you go to rattle off all the players on the team. I know. I got your little game, man. I know what you're doing. All right, man.
Our rocker left.
So take away from their conversation. Stop the paving of the potholes in Wilson County, and don't go to the beach. That's the 2 things you take away from this.
Yep, I'm gonna write those down. We're gonna get a proclamation, and I'll see that up the chain. See if it's still doable.
And tell Mr. Martin that you were on Mornings on Main Street today. That way you can get half a day off.
Oh yeah, I can cash that in.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I had to wait till 6 months, so now I was on a lot previously. Now I can cash that in and get a half off. I'll just stay at home till noon before I head in. Thanks, Joe.
As you do every day. All right, brother. We'll talk down the road, man.
Buddy.
We got to go. What? I can't hear. All right. Thanks, man. We'll see you soon. Justin Beasley, Public Information Officer for Mount Juliet. All the activities are happening there. Really cool about their fire department. It's a fantastic community. Thank you, Justin. Come back. Our good friend Alan Bell joins us. It's the Final Four weekend, but I got asked Alan a question about one country music superstar who has canceled his concert Saturday, a sold-out concert, to go to the Final Four. I want to get Alan's thoughts about this because I think it's kind of people are going crazy over this. We'll talk to Alan. It's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. Welcome in, everybody, to another fantastic edition of Mornings on Main Street. Punch show planned for today. Please tell me you know who this is.
Of course I know who it is. I mean, I just want you, let's say it together.
You have no idea, do you?
Your car broke down, you're walking.
That's true.
Hey, what
is this thing on?
Hold on a second, Chris. Hey, what did I tell you about comedy?
Right.
Let's do comedy.
Make sure that's funny.
Hey, gotta be funny. I figure it's easier. It's harder for you to say no if we do this live.
I'm still waiting to meet you with the crystal, so I'll take anything.
We'll get it all done there. Thank you. As the voice of the crowd will be me as Bob Hope, and has that cute well with the pearl necklace is.
So I'm gonna be Russell Brand, and I just want to go ahead and give a preface that might be really annoying. So
okay,
all right,
it's preface.
Preface.
Preface is what happens when your girlfriend's going out on the town, and you're like, "Hey, get ready." It's like, "Gotta put my face on." Grilled ground lamb and beef wrapped in lavish and topped with a savory tomato
it's
sauce.
Lavash.
What is that?
Lavash.
I told you, you're dealing with the redneck country boy on this side over here of the screen.
That's okay.
I'll remind you again about the customer appreciation party at John A's on Music Valley Drive next Thursday night. Free pizza buffet, beer tasting, wine tasting, live music, giveaways. That handsome pepperoni in the bottom right of the picture is going to be there too. I'm not sure if he's part of the pizza, but we'll see. That's happening next Thursday night. Come out and see us. Have a good time. It's always fun being over at John A's off of Music Valley Drive for the customer appreciation patio party. All right, let's bring in our good friend Alan Bell from CBS Sportsline. We love Alan Bell. Alan, how are you, man?
Big Joe doing fantastic. And I'll tell you this, I'm always in for a pizza patio party. At any time, any day, I'm always in for that.
You got the #1 invite next Thursday night.
There we go.
Come on over there. Hey, really, I was kidding before the break, though, about this Eric Church thing. For those that don't know, Eric Church, the very popular country music singer, has canceled a concert Saturday night to go to the Final Four to see his beloved UNC Tar Heels play on Duke. And, Alan, people are losing their minds over this.
Yeah, well, first off, it goes to show how popular, of an artist that he is, that people are losing their mind. And two, look, it's cool, man. Like, that's his team, and I respect it. If I had tickets to that concert, I know he's going to make it right at some point, right? So let the man live. Let him go to the Final Four, right? It's awesome. It's a cool trip.
Yeah, the arguments about this are if he's really a big fan of the Final Four and UNC, or big fan of UNC, he wouldn't have booked a concert that weekend. But if you go back, UNC did not have really the best basketball year up until the tournament. So I see the problem there.
Well, I do. I absolutely do, right? It's also like, he didn't book it, 2 nights ago on MySpace, right? This thing was booked well ahead. It's tough to plan for these things.
Oh, my goodness. All right, let's talk about this. Is kind of the last big weekend, Alan, for betting things that are going on. Let's start with this Villanova-Kansas game that's happening on Saturday, the first game on Saturday. Your thoughts on this and this kind of betting on the Final Four. What's the do's and don'ts for this?
Yeah, so, really no do's or don'ts, right? It's still basketball. It's still what we've been watching. Now you get, arguably the 4 best teams in the country. I'll say this, a lot of times in, Final Four games, national championship games, chalk teams generally advance. And what I mean by chalk is the favorite. That's what we call the favorite. So take a look at Kansas, 4.5-point favorites. Look, Villanova is an excellent basketball team, but they're a thin bench team, right? Like they don't use a lot of players, and they just lost their second best player in Justin Moore and their second highest scorer in Justin Moore. He won't play for the rest of the season. So I'm going to go with Kansas here. I'm not going to overthink it. That's one good thing in sports betting is, if you got a good feel on the game, don't overthink it. Don't, talk yourself out of it. Also say this, Villanova's played 4 games in NCAA tournament. On average, their points per game have dropped by 15.6% in each game as we get here now. And that's with their second best player. He's out. So, yeah, I'm going Kansas here.
Is it ironic that both games have the same spread?
Well, it just goes to show you how tight these teams are, right? And it goes to show that we're going to have 2 really good basketball games. There are clear favorites here, Kansas and Duke. But no, I mean, that's generally how it goes when you get down to the Final Four in the national championship. I'll give you an idea here, kind of a projected line. If Kansas wins and Duke wins and they play each other in the national championship, Duke's probably going to open up a 1-point favorite.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do we do live in-game betting for this?
Yeah, you can. Be smart about it. Have an idea of kind of what you want, and be early, right? Like the later that you get in the game, it gets tough because you just kind of run out of time. So, if you're somebody who's saying, all right, I want Duke, but I don't want to take 4.5 points. Well, if North Carolina opens the game up 6-0, that 4.5 is going to become 1 or even, right? Like that's kind of how you want to strike with it.
I'm trying to figure it because I want to bet on the games this weekend, but I don't know a lot about betting on college basketball that I'm kind of scared. I'm a big safety, Alan.
Totally understand it. Like, I honestly, like, I totally get it. It's a volatile game already. Look at the tournament; it's a volatile tournament. But that's kind of how you want to do it. If you want to do it live, is understand going in the team that you want to bet on. If you're North Carolina, right, and you're like, you know what, I want to bet North Carolina, but I'd like to get more than 4.5 points. Well, you go in and you watch the game and you say, okay, if Duke comes out to a lead, that's the best case scenario for me because that 4.5 can turn into say plus 7.5, and you still have 37 minutes left, in the full game.
Right.
Like that's kind of your mental approach there.
I do like this on the right side column, though. It's interesting to me. The winning margin. I always do this when I was betting pro football because sometimes, when there's a game, I forget, somebody beat the Buccaneers last year, like 35-3 and Brady. And I was looking at the points. If the team would have scored more than won by 27 points, the odds are like plus 6,000. So I get tempted, Alan, on this side over here with the winning margin because, I'd like to put, if North Carolina somehow wins by 18 points, it's plus 2,000. You throw $100 down, you're walking away with some good cash.
Yeah, you really are, right? And look, I play these winning margin bets a lot too. And if you have a good feel on kind of where the game is going to be, you can use that information and cash in if you got to get a handle on it. Plus, take a look at those numbers too, right? If you're looking at, say Duke by 6-10 at what is that? Plus
333.
Yeah, plus 333. So then you could take Duke by 6-10, and you could take Carolina by 1-5, right? At plus 400, you put an equal amount of money on both of those two. Now you've got 2 numbers that profit either way. If one of them hits, you're using the numbers against the book. Yeah, absolutely.
I would have never thought about that in a billion years, Alan Bell. That's why I'm glad you're on here. All right, so we got money coming on I know a lot of people are going to bet with their hearts with Coach K. That's happening. Are we seeing that?
Oh, absolutely. Like Duke is, let's say this. The public loves favorites and overs. Okay. That's just been known forever. Right. So especially a team like Duke, like whenever you see like Alabama, in the college football playoff, the public generally bets with Alabama, right? Because they love big blue blood favorites. Plus they're a good team. Right. So yeah, you seen a lot of public money come in on Duke here. It went from -4 to -4.5. So it goes to show you that the public's definitely backing, Duke with a lot of money here. Here's my question. All right. So let's think ahead here. Right. Like, they always say, like, when you're playing pool, like you're setting up your next shot.
Right.
Like, let's think about this for the national championship. Let's just assume Kansas gets there by, beating Villanova. Wow. North Carolina or Duke, whichever one gets there. All right. Is this kind of their title game? Right. Like, it's tough to get this up in a rivalry game and then 2 days later do it again. Right. So I'm interested to see how these two teams, if they beat each other up, if the game is, just physical, emotional, maybe overtime. And then you look at the national championship game, and Kansas is like, okay, well, you guys had fun in your title game. Like, this is our title game. So just something to think about, right? Like, watch that game, watch the physicality, the emotions, etc.
And that's a great point. Let me ask you about St. Peter's, because how much did St. Peter's help Vegas, or did they hurt Vegas?
Well, I'll say this. They hurt Vegas for about 2 weeks and then really helped. And what I mean is that, the public as a whole, I mean, just everyone across the country, fell in love with St. Peter's, as we all do, right? So they get to the Elite Eight, and it was the most bet spread of any in the tournament. Everybody jumped on, St. Peter's with the spread against North Carolina. Well, North Carolina smashed them, right? Like, it covered. So, yeah, so Vegas took a lot of money there. Also, when you look at the futures market, the director of trading for BetMGM said this before the St. Peter's North Carolina game. So many people put so much money on St. Peter's to win the national championship that if St. Peter's would have won the title, it would have been the largest loss in MGM history.
Oh,
history. So it goes to show how much money was in. And once St. Peter's lost, not only did Vegas win on the spread, but they took all that money that was in the futures market as well. Yeah, they ended up on top in the end.
Oh, my Lord. That's always what people say. There's a reason that Vegas has shiny big buildings.
Absolutely. They build those things every 3 years. Yeah.
My goodness. All right, we got the you can pick the 4 winners you got there. Duke at plus 160, Kansas plus 180. Should you hop on this now if you want to pick the tournament winner instead of waiting until – will these numbers go down or up?
Oh, they'll go down, right? Like once Saturday night, once we get finished with the second game, they're just going to go straight to money line numbers, right? So if you go back and look at the spreads for the 2 games, like you're going to see money lines for money. And when we say money line, we mean just to win the game. So those will drop to about like minus 105 plus 105. That's what they'll go to. So yeah, if you have a good feel, like I think Kansas is going to win it all. Plus 180 is a good number right now because after tomorrow night, after Saturday night, that number is gone.
So according to this, and again, I'm glad you're on here because I don't know anything about this world. Villanova. So Villanova, no money. Is there money coming in on Villanova, or are people staying away from Villanova?
Well, it's first. It's they're the lowest probability to win the tournament, right? So you're getting plus 500 there. You'll see a little money sprinkle in. But the sharper play would be North Carolina because Villanova just has a really tough road to go down, now without their second best player. So if you could take North Carolina plus 475 compared to that 500, yeah, you're going to see a lot more public money come on there.
Love it, man. My intern he's got his face about an inch away from the screen listening to you talk about all this stuff because he's ready to bet this weekend. All right. So don't go anywhere. We kind of move the deck chairs here a little bit. We're going to do celebrity birthdays next. Is that cool?
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite game. Absolutely.
All right. Stay right there. Alan Bell, join us. Celebrity Birthdays is next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door, flowers blooming in the springtime, and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Tell you about the big party happening. Customer Appreciation Patio Party at Johnny's next Thursday night. Free pizza buffet, wine tasting, beer tasting. Come out and see us. We'll have a good time out there. I'll be there all, it says 6 to 8, but I'll probably be there from 3 to 11 if there's free pizza that's happening out there. So come out and see us on Friday, next Thursday night. All right, it's time for Celebrity Birthdays, brought to you by our good friends over at Dawson Cafe and Catering. Today is fried shrimp. Is on the menu today, so we're looking forward to that. There you go, Pop Allen in it. All right, celebrity birthdays. Let's do this, boys. Let's get it done. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
All right, first birthday up today is rapper actor Method Man.
Ooh, 49.
53.
He is 51. We call that a push. You guys had it on both sides of the stick there.
Yeah, push.
So move on. Let's go. Next up is singer Bijou Phillips. I've never heard of her.
I neither. I'm gonna go 36.
Yeah, stab in the dark here. 26.
42.
All right.
Never once heard of it. I haven't heard a lot. Okay, here's going for it. Nashville native, went to DCA, part of Lady A, country singer Hillary Scott.
Ooh. 34.
Let's say 41.
36.
Ooh.
And I talked to the committee, and because that was a push earlier, but you guys got it correct, you're both awarded a point. So, Alan, you're up 1. I know, Alan. You sway a lot with the committee, Alan.
Yeah, they find favor in you, not me at all.
Yes. Okay, actress Ally McGraw. Today's her birthday, and she's not kin to Tim McGraw. How old is actor Ally McGraw?
51.
What was she in?
She's been a bunch of things.
Okay, sweet. Let's do 58.
83.
Wow.
Okay.
83. All right. Singer Rudolph Isley of the Isley Brothers. They were really
nice.
in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, 74.
I'm going to go 83.
83 exactly.
Whoa.
Tied at 2. All right, reggae singer Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah,
Jimmy Cliff. 56.
Let's go 61.
74. Justin's his crush. She was on British Idol. Singer Susan Boyle. Remember, that's the one they all made fun of, and she walked out on stage.
Opera?
She killed it.
Yes.
48.
Up with her. Would you say 48?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. Not that I'm basing yours off mine, but I'm gonna go 55.
61.
Ah,
You should know these. Your crush is much better on this.
I know.
All right, MSNBC host Rachel Maddow.
53.
Ooh, that's a good guess. I'm gonna go 47.
Ooh, 49.
Nice.
Intern goes up 3-2 on that. Well done, intern.
Leapfrog. Yeah.
Actor Taron Killam. He used to be on Saturday Night Live. Did a great Brad Pitt impression.
33.
I'll go 57.
57. He's 40.
Oh,
goodness there. All right, one more, Alan, to
feel
tie it up
horrible
here.
about
One more to tie it up. Randy Orton, professional wrestler.
Oh, nice. 36.
Let's see. I'm gonna go 41.
He's 42. There you go, Alan. You played strong, man, but you got Greg Maddox there at the end.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. You know what? I played horribly today. That was awful, but we will be better the next coming week.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right, Alan Bell, CBS Sportsline. You're the best follow on Twitter, my man. I appreciate you all the time. We'll see you next week.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you, Alan Bell. Love having him on the show there and the knowledge he has for betting and everything. But good job, intern.
Hey, thanks, man. I got the dub.
For knocking all down there.
See y'all.
Let me give you one more if you could get this one.
Okay. All right.
Actor Asa Butterfield. She was in Nanny McPhee Returns.
Was she the nanny?
She's in Nanny McPhee Returns.
There's only a couple in there that.
Answer the question.
I'm gonna go 61.
She's 25.
See, like
you hear Nanny McPhee, you immediately think mid-20s.
But Nanny McPhee is an older woman, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, the nanny, the main character. So I just assumed, which first part of assuming is not to do it, right?
Right, but I still don't know what you do with your private time, and I don't want to know. Trust me. I will come back. We'll talk to Ashley Perham. We love Ashley. She's a fantastic writer for Main Street Nashville. She was covering that trial that happened that's wrapped up yesterday, the Michael Mosley trial. But we'll talk to Ashley about having to cover a trial like that with so much information that's being coming out. And her live tweet and her Twitter thread. I read the entire thing, and it was so intense, and just what it takes to cover something like that, because you just got to there's a lot that goes in all that. So we'll talk to Ashley. That's coming up next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
And I can't think of anything more important than buying and selling a new home, except for one thing, and that's finding a new home for a displaced pet here in the Middle Tennessee area.
We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a sweet little pit bull named Luna at Mount Juliet Animal Control. Please help us find her a home. We're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home.
Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group, proud sponsor of Pet of the Week. He was the first one to hop on board, 4 or 5 months ago. Let's bring in our good friend Hunter Briley from Regal Realty Group, who joins us this morning. My man, how are you, buddy?
He doesn't even know he's missing a leg. He's that sweet. I know somebody out there has a place in their home for him.
Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week.
We love you, Big Joe. Love you bunches. See you.
Hero, man. All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Let's bring in our friend Ashley Perham. She's a writer for Main Street Nashville, just covering the big trial that happened yesterday. The verdict came in, guilty, Michael Mosley, 2 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder. Ashley, I was reading your articles and your story and your Twitter this week. Man, that's one of the most intense trials I think I've seen in a long time. Your reaction to everything that went on?
I've done a lot of murder trials this year. It feels like I've done 5, and I thought this was the most open and shut one of the one I've done, other than the Stephen Wiggins one. It was all around sad for the families of the victims, obviously, and sad for the families of Michael Mosley. The media sat right behind them all week, and it was just hard to watch their reaction as well. And of course, all of Clay Beathard's and Paul Trapini's friends testifying, that was also hard to watch, because they're all exactly my age. And so just thinking, like, how would I react in that situation? It's never fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I see that, with the article pulled up there, and that's an interesting fact too. I mean, these are all, people that are your age, in the 20s, and to see that, and we all go out all the time, and actually to see how fast this all escalated, and I saw the cell phone video of one of the guys that passed away. I mean, it takes, I don't know if I could have covered this, just because I've got a daughter that age and everything. And I know you've got a job to do, but sometimes it's tough to separate your job from the person that you are to see that. And of course, you talk about the family's reactions. This is not an assignment that a lot of people would sign up for.
Yeah, also it was, I covered a different trial, the Redon DeVot trial last week. So It's definitely it can be challenging to separate and just go into the mindset this is just my job, and when I'm done, I'm done. So I try to kind of separate time. This week time was like I'm either in the courtroom or I'm out, and so I tried to not let them mix if I didn't have to.
When you go home, I mean, are you able to put it aside? Because I don't think I could, Ashley. I don't think I could put that aside. Because you spend all day there and you get involved in the trial, what's happening, and you're tweeting everything out. Is there a time where you can cut that off?
Well, I'm there for most of the day, so mostly what I do when I get home is just go straight to bed a lot. So that I don't think about it when I'm sleeping. And then also I run, so I mostly this week was just trial coverage, running and sleeping, and just having that in my head, and mentally knowing that that's how the week's going to be. That helps me. Were you surprised or not surprised at the outcome of this verdict? I really wasn't surprised. I personally thought the defense would maybe focus more on second degree and also more on the self-defense defenses, but they didn't really seem to. So based on like the evidence that was presented, I wasn't surprised. Did you cover the Clyde Daniels trial, one in Dixon too? Yes, I did. And I don't want to compare the two of those in there, but still, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of reaction, a lot of emotion that goes on there. And again, were you able to separate yourself from that as well when you go home? Because again, I add to the point, I'm not sure I could, Ashley, because you see that what happened there with a kid and now with these two kids that happened downtown in the Midtown section there, those are intense trials to cover. Yeah, they were. The Joe Clyde Daniels, that was my first one, and it was 10 days. So it was definitely more challenging. But I think that one was in summer, and I love being outside. And so that kind of helped, just kind of trying to focus on other things. I personally, I don't have any kids, so I can see how it would be a lot harder if I did have kids, thinking about what if this happened to my child or whatever. And I think that's a little bit of a grace for me in that is that I don't have to think about what if it happened to one of my kids or something like that. That's a good point. How are you able to, and this is a dumb question on my part, how are you able to tweet in the courtroom? Media are allowed to have their laptops and cell phones. I've never seen them not allowed to have that. So. Oh, I'd say I knew you could do that, but I didn't know, like when I was covering things years ago, you couldn't even bring a newspaper into the courtroom. They would get mad at you for reading a newspaper. Yeah, I've heard I've seen that judges can say, don't live tweet this, don't have this. I know there's a trial going on in Dixon next week, and they're not allowed to live stream. So different judges have different rules. The other judge in Dixon live streams it himself on his YouTube channel every day. So it all depends on the judge. Oh, okay. Let me ask you. So this is a thing that happened years ago when I was working in news. I had a news photographer who went and covered a crime scene, was so distraught and taken by what he saw that he quit the next day and went and sought help and talked to a counselor. Is that always an option for something when you can see so much stuff of what happened and murders and everything? Has that ever been something like you wanted to talk to somebody? Because I think I would, Ashley. Yeah, I'm in counseling regularly, so it's something that happens. The Waffle House trial last month was really the hardest one in that way. And yeah, I would talk to my friends. I would say, this is what's going on. I have a good friend who was a journalist, and we talk all day. So she's kind of getting the lowdown on what's happening, and she understands how it goes. So that's helpful. Well, you know what? Good for you for reaching out, because my friend that I worked with, it took him a long time to reach out to talk to somebody, and would not call us back, would not return phone calls, and kind of lost touch with him. It took him a while to reach out and talk to somebody, and it improved his life dramatically, Ashley. So good for you for doing that. Yeah, it definitely helps. Very good. Ashley, again, thank you. I know it's been intense. I know you've worked nonstop, but I just want to get your perspective on all that, because, again, it's a trial of people that I know decently from BGA, and it's just a tragedy for our city. So you did a great job, Ashley. Thank you again. Hey, thanks for having me. All right, Ashley Perham, she's a great writer for Main Street Nashville on covering these trials. Really, I wish I was a third of a good writer as she was, and she does such a great job. All right, that's it for the show. Intern, where are you, buddy? You somewhere over there?
Yeah, man. Hey,
where I don't see you anywhere.
1 second, I'm coming.
Okay, there you are, buddy. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, will you?
Thanks, buddy.
And avoid the pothole repairing on I-40.
I will have no choice.
All right, that's it. All right, thanks for joining our show today. Thanks for our guests, Justin Beasley, Alan Bell, Ashley Perham. Fun show for you today. We'll all post it on the YouTube page at Main Street Nashville. Just click on Mornings on Main Street, and it's all there for you. again, thank you all. Have a great weekend. Remember, when you go out in the world today, be kind, be nice, let people in traffic open doors, smile, and always remember this, that nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you Monday.